What is up, everybody? Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and welcome to the channel. Upper Park Disc Golf is a great little company who offers several different types of products. They're primarily known for their bags, however they do carry discs, different types of gear, they have all different types of gift cards and cool little accessories. They do offer custom prints on different types of disc molds that are very popular. They have many different types of jerseys. If you do use the code Darkpoi, you will save 15% on your purchase, plus that 15% will go directly to help supporting the channel. So if you do head over there and check them out, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Now let's get to the channel. So, Sunshine Glade was redone, and there was some cool little Easter eggs and treats that were also thrown in, one being this cool little disc. Now, I've seen online that some people said that the disc was in a different location than this, but when I found it here, I just knew that I had to hit it in one shot. There it is. Call it Finding Lucky. It's a musket. It's a great disc. You should go find yours. Here we go. This is a pretty popular hole. A lot of people know that there's potential here to get the big giant albatross. That's what I was looking for, was the big giant albatross, but it's not as easy as it might seem for me. Even with a great shot off the tee like this one, I couldn't believe that I got the distance that I got with a great bounce. Usually when things like this happen for me, I typically find the stroke of bad luck and it bounces in the water. So I'm just glad that I was able to keep it true. Coming from here, I mean, 131 meters is quite the distance. To get the bounce shot in for the albatross is huge. To get the air shot is also equally huge. So, you know, just to land over here and get the tap-in eagle, for me, that was highlight enough. Okay, so here what I was trying to do is go for my far left island shot. I like to try to go all the way over here across this little river and land on that far left island, and then approach from the left back over. And this day I just didn't know what was going to happen, you know, because this shot is always so risky. And I couldn't believe the way that this panned out. Skip off the rock, cleared the river, and stayed safe. I couldn't believe that it actually stayed with all the little bouncing, so I could clean it up for the awesome eagle. Oh man, what a great moment. I just couldn't believe that I bounced across again. You know, usually that always goes bad and I end up in the water. So here we go, I got the wind on my side, I'm lining the shot up, I'm thinking, okay, this is the moment. If I'm gonna go for this shot, I have to go for it now. With that wind, I was able to get the good skip off the water and play it safe. Now guys, I know that the albatross is a massive shot here. I'm still working on my mid-range game. I wasn't able to get the Albie, unfortunately. That would have just been epic. But to get that first drive off the tee, highlight for sure. Alright, so I throw in the different types of alternative lines, and for this month I really wasn't doing a lot of alternative line work. I was just kind of focusing on running my Blaze Test competitions and whatnot. But here's a fun little alternative line on this hole for you. I know a lot of people like to shoot the low line, and it's really kind of the best way to go. But, you know, if the wind's playing with you, if you enjoy trying to throw some weird lines or some different ideas, then here you go.
Sounds good.
Alright, so this was one of the daily challenges. I was really trying to figure out how I could bounce it as far around so I can get a clean approach. But because I am still practicing and working with my mid-range distances, I kind of was like missing the shot a lot because I was throwing my mids, and these two, they were my putter throws, and I ended up making them. And you know, you should use what you're good with, but I really like to get the practice in with my mids, and the fact that those two Albies was there, I mean, I had to put them in there. So I had just kicked off a tree here. I was thinking to myself, I have to make this shot to save it up. I was able to get it. To me, that's a pretty good highlight. Next we got this 37-meter shot. I bounced off the water, hit the ground, and it just stayed up there out of the water. I was just trying for a clean approach to pitch it in, and blind shot through the tree, landed the eagle. Let's go. Alright, the wind was killing me. I didn't really know exactly how to approach it. I didn't think it was going to go in, and then we got ourselves an around the world albatross, so I was pretty happy with that. On this one, I bounced off the water. I was playing the one weak side, trying to skip over here, but it didn't quite land me where I wanted it to be. And, you know, I'm still working on those mid-range discs, but I was able to land that one for the eagle save. Alright, coming down here again, I'm still practicing with my mid-ranges. The difference between a fuse and a compass and a warship and just all these different, they all fly just a little bit different. And from my experiences, that left to right travel kind of messes me up more. This is why I typically like to throw putters for my mid-range shots if I have a choice. And And like that shot right there, when it works out great. I know it's for par, but I had just shot into OB and it was wild, but I was so happy that I made that shot. Oh, here's a few save for you. Eagle hit, 73 meters. Nothing real fancy, but the wind was kicking. I was able to land it. This is a big one for me. Hitting this drop shot is, in my opinion, a must-have. You know, if you're going to go in the water, you've got to save from that drop shot. And 70 meters isn't exactly, you know, a short distance. Same thing here. If you end up shooting and going into OB, to be able to land this shot and save the round, save the hole, that's a big deal, I think. And I was able to nab that one for the 67-meter save. Okay, I'm not really big with the compass. I prefer to use a warship for these types of throws. But I did end up nailing the little ace here, so that was fun. Got it in the multiplayer round, so I figured, yeah, you know, pulled the trigger and landed it. Here we got the escape. I got this from the Valentine's Day Hobson-Heiser event. This escape is understable, but it does have some uses, and I find that in shots like this where you have to really keep it low, but keep it in the air, it works out great. And on this run, it did work great, so there we go. The Vandal, accurate big skip. It is my absolute favorite disc, minus the big skip captain. I use the big skip captain for all my big shots, but this to me is my little captain. Okay, I run the Vandal, the big skip Vandal all the time. I enjoy running ace runs with it, and in the wind it really does perform when you're throwing against the wind. You never throw understable with the wind, that'll just ruin your day. Anytime you hit the little roller ace here, it's always a fun time. I enjoy it, but to nail it in the multiplayer always adds that little extra little boost to your morale there. Alright, now I put this in the last month, but I did it with a captain, and I was talking about how I also do this with a rive, and I was able to land the rive in the ace. So, you know, the way that this plays for me is pretty fun. You know, you need that skip to get you up in there, but it's dangerous because if you miss, you end up going all the way back by the mound into OB. And then this one, I didn't even think it was possible to ace this without it being like pure an accident, and I still believe that. However, I was able to get the pure accident. So, alright everybody, that's throw-ins and aces of the month. This is Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. It helps me grow the channel. I appreciate you sticking through the entire video with me, and hopefully, I'll see you in the future.